So let's say you just got home from work and your low back is so sore, it's super stiff, and you're wondering what can you do to help alleviate that pain? Well, I'm gonna show you 3 exercises in this video to reduce the pain, so let's get started. All right, let's get started with these exercises. So we're going to be on the ground for all 3 exercises. Now, if I was you, I would highly recommend doing these on a yoga mat or on a carpeted surface. You could even do these in bed if you're at home. Just make sure you have something underneath you to cushion your joints. I don't want you to get up after these and be in more pain because you were doing the exercises on a super hard floor. We want to be kind to our joints. So I personally really love the super thick yoga mats for stretches, foam roller work, mobility work, anything where you're on the ground. This is where it's at. So you can kind of see it's a little bit thicker than your average yoga mat. Just my 2 cents on the matter. So we'll be on the ground. Also, go ahead and grab yourself a pillow because we'll be using this intermittently just to protect our spines. All right, so let's go over the first exercise, and this is 2 movements in one. It's called Cobra to Child's Pose, and we'll be going back and forth between these 2 movements for your first exercise. So you're going to start on hands and knees, and we're just going to lower ourselves down onto the mat. Hands are aside the chest, elbows in, and we're pressing up into Cobra. Lowering yourself down, you're preparing to press yourself all the way back, and your goal is to sit onto your heels if able, lowering your forehead down onto the mat, arms outstretched in front of you. You can stay here for about 10 seconds or so. Then, when you're ready, go ahead and press back up onto hands and knees, and we're going to lower ourselves down onto the mat again, hands aside the chest, elbows in, and then take a breath in as you press up to the point where it's still comfortable. Lower yourself down and then press all the way back. For a different stretch, too, you can go ahead and separate your knees out a little bit more and try and sit back onto your heels. This also feels good. So do whatever feels best for your body. And again, you can stay here, continuing to breathe, relaxing for about 10 seconds. So our next exercise is the figure 4 stretch. So place the pillow behind your head for support. Go ahead and bend your knees, feet are on the ground, and we're going to put that right ankle across the left thigh. Then you're just pulling that right leg up towards your chest, and you're trying to keep the shin as perpendicular to the torso as possible, holding this stretch for about 30 seconds. So this is a less intense version of the figure 4 stretch. If you want a little bit more intense version, just reach behind the left thigh and pull the whole thing up. You'll definitely feel this more intensely behind the right hip. So hold this for about 30 seconds. And afterwards, relax. And then we're going to switch legs. So let's start with the less intense version again, just to review. Left ankle across the right thigh, and we're only pulling up that left leg. So left shin is perpendicular as possible to the chest, holding for about 30 seconds. If you want a more intense version, you can always pull the whole thing up. You'll know that you're pulling too hard if you start to get numbness or tingling into the left leg or around the left glute. So if that happens, just pull up a little less. And that's your figure 4 stretch. Lastly, we have windshield wipers. So knees are bent to start, feet on the ground. And all we're doing is we're just allowing our knees to fall from one side to the next. These are short holds, as you can see. So just maybe 2 or 3 seconds holding to each side. If you want a more intense version of windshield wipers, allow your knees to fall to one side, and you can apply a little bit of overpressure with one hand across the top leg. And you can hold this extra overpressure for 5, 10 seconds, whatever really feels best on your body. I would work through 10 total cycles of windshield wipers. So when you go left to right, that's one cycle. So 10 total cycles. All right, so I hope that these exercises help with your low back pain. They're not only great to do when you get home from work, but you can do them before you go to sleep. You can do them first thing in the morning, especially if you wake up and your back is stiff in the mornings. It's painful just to stand up straight, or it typically takes you like 10 to 20 plus minutes to feel kind of normal again, like things have loosened up, do these before you even get out of bed in the morning. Go right into your Cobra, your child's pose, your figure 4, your windshield wipers. You can mix up the order, depending on however your back feels, whatever your body needs. So you can do these every day. We're not adding any resistance here. It's just simple active range of motion and gentle stretching. So every day, multiple times a day as you need, okay? Just remember to stretch within a level of intensity that is tolerable, comfortable. These exercises should not be leaving you more sore or in more pain, okay? So I'm Dr. Karen Thomas. I help military and first responders overcome frontline pain. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel and I'll be happy to help you, and I will see you next time.